Hi, I'm Natasha Kirsten. And this is my husband Ingolf,
Hi.
and we live in Pickmere on Clover Drive, and so we do suffer some of the problems on the bad days, but we don't want to restrict access to Pickmere because for a number of reasons. We enjoy walking here, our children play on the field, and we just think that lots of people coming and enjoying themselves, 99% of them do it sensibly. There's only a few that are a problem, and there's only a few days a year.
I take the kids swimming on nice days as well. Yeah, they enjoy the water. We also play ball games at the top of the field.
So it really affected us as residents because we bought our house partly because we got 5 children. We thought that the extra space would be really good because obviously lots of children in a garden destroys your garden. So, that's one of the reasons we bought a house near a lake that had space. And now they're telling us that exactly when we want to come and visit it, when it's nice weather, we won't be able to. So it's from a personal point of view, but it's also just generally, we believe people should be entitled to, people have been coming here for years. And, my son, for example, uses Wincham Park, and we're not residents of Wincham, but we still go there. We still go to the seaside, which people live there. And if they were to ban our access to the seaside, we wouldn't like that. So we think people should be allowed to come here. But we do think that there are problems, and I do think we need to work on what the solutions are. But the fence isn't a solution, and there's a planning covenant in it, which states that they're not allowed to block off access to the IROS, which is this area. And by fencing it, they will be breaching a legal obligation. So that's another reason. My husband thinks it's immoral.
I'm from former Eastern Germany, and I demonstrated against the wall in Berlin.
Many
So
years.
there seems to be a theme here.
Yes.
Me demonstrating against walls and fences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So, for me, it's just.
Well, the land belongs to Pickmere Parish Council, and the council clearly is a public body, and so it's public land in my eyes. And on top of that, there's this covenant that specifically grants access to public during daylight hours. So they have absolutely no grounds to stop access.
Yes.
Obviously, we do need to sort the problems on really hot days in the village. Sometimes the parking is so bad that fire engines can't get through anymore, and that really does need sorting out one way or the other.
And some of the litter, I think, and things like that. And if we could encourage people to take it back with them and things like that. But I'm willing to, we all, and I think the thing is, lots of residents don't want the fence. And we found we did a little, not a referendum, but we did a little walk around random streets. And we found that the majority was against the fence, not for the fence. And, it was quite a big majority, and an online poll as well got a similar thing of about 70% don't want the fence. So they're not even acting on behalf of the residents. There's a few residents who are very vocal who want the fence, but most people don't want the fence. So, I just don't. I don't think a public authority, a public body, should be allowed to breach a legal covenant that if it was on my house, I couldn't breach, and they would be on my back if I put a caravan on my land when I'm not allowed to because I've got a covenant on my land. I think. I don't know if I do in this house, but in one house I had a covenant that we weren't allowed to put a caravan on the land. If I did that, I would have a problem, but I don't think a public body should be able to do that. Some residents obviously do want the fence, but I would say they're very much in the minority. But a lot of residents want it to be open to them, but maybe not the wider. But there's still quite a lot of residents who want it to be open to everybody. We've spoken to more than a couple of people.
I think that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people also have good childhood memories, because you sort of when I went door to door, people were telling me these stories where, you know, they came here as children, and essentially they want the same, you know, opportunities for other people to make these memories.
Yeah, so I think that the village is divided. You know, those who want the fence are, I would say, in a very small minority. Those who are a bit neutral to it because they think they've had so much trouble that maybe some of them think it's temporary as well. But when you look at the fencing, it doesn't look very temporary. Uh, um, but yeah, the majority doesn't want the fencing at all, and some of those don't want the fencing because they want to access it. And there are, you know, certainly some of them are happy for other think that it's right that other people who've used it for century. I don't know how long people have been coming here can continue coming here. So it is divided, but we're in favour of not having a fence.
Yeah.
I think it's just good to get a resident's perspective, because I think some of the residents think we're like against them and we're just doing it for selfish reasons to swim. But after being down here all week and speaking to people, like, it's obvious.
I don't think it's the swimmers who are the problem. It's the problem is on the really bad days that, I mean, we came here, you could barely walk. There were people everywhere and there were like barbecues going and people have got houses near here if there's set alight or something, you know, and then they have to clean up the rubbish and, you know, some people, you know, do things that they shouldn't be doing, you know, in the bushes and so on. You know, it's just not very pleasant. So, I mean, and they're a very small part of the population. But there's, you know, I don't think most people care about a few people coming down and enjoying the lake. It's just that the masses, when the masses come and on bad days and you can't get out of your house because there's cars parked on both sides of the road. So I think, you know, there is a problem, but this isn't the answer.